Cheeky little pickle. I've suddenly realised that I didn't finish my Nadex vlog on the day because we didn't have a great journey home. It was longer than it should have been and we had to find our way around wheelie bins to get home. And I was exhausted and I'd forgotten to take my tablets in the morning and didn't realise till we were halfway home. So I'm going to fill you in on my wheelchair. Spoke to Permobil and they were fantastic. They looked at the smart drive bracket and some of the rubber that grips onto the bar on the chair has worn down and the bracket itself is wonky, which they believe is the problem that we've been having with the smart drive, because the bracket's not straight, it's putting strain on the motor. That's why it's conked out and the battery life is lower than it should be when it's come back, because it's putting more pressure on the drive. The drive is having to work harder, therefore the battery runs down quicker. I then asked them about whether my chair, sorry my arms are really aching. I then asked them about whether my chair could be the cause. Now I can't remember how much I've spoken about my chair and the problems I've had with it. I have had ongoing issues. I got it end of October 2016. 3 weeks in, the bearing on one of the back wheels went and I've had consistent problems ever since. Basically, when one of the wheels turns, it lifts the other side up, and Permobil believe that the frame is twisted or warped, and their concern is that we may well get a new smart drive and start from scratch, but their concern is that the same thing could happen. And actually I can see that being the case because my smart drive has been sent away to be fixed. I have the demo unit and I'm having similar problems with the demo unit. So it's not the smart drive itself, it's either the bracket or my chair, don't know. So yeah, we had a lovely time at Nadex. We saw so many wonderful people, met new people, met up with people we've spoken to online. It was absolutely fantastic. Are you watching the telly? Is that fun? Yeah, it was fantastic, really enjoyable, and I'm already excited for next year. So we are going to end the vlog here and start doing our week, whatever this week is. We'll see you on the other side. Bye! You do your good waving. Good waving. Hello, it is a new week. Today's Friday. Elise has had her injections and she has been super brave. She was really brave. It was 4 injections today, 2 in each leg, and she was just so good, really brave. What's happening with my hair? Yes, so really good girl, really brave. We're now home. We have already had the wheelchair repairer come out to look at my chair. It needs a new brake. He's done what I've already done, which is push it further back. He said that it has to be at the right angle, so it might have been that when I pushed it back I didn't get the angle right. So I'm hoping this has actually fixed it, because it's no fun having one brake that doesn't work with a wheelchair and a baby crawling around trying to stand on said wheelchair. She was holding onto the wheel that didn't have the brake attached and then just sort of going round with the wheel. So hopefully that's fixed the brake, but I'm not holding my breath. I asked him about how can you tell if a wheelchair frame is bent, and he admitted it's really hard. Had a look at my caster wheels, he's changed the forks, he's told me to request I think forks and bearings and caster wheels, new bearings and caster wheels, which I've just phoned up and done. It's you! He also said that if the frame was twisted, it wouldn't just be the caster wheels I had an issue with, that the backrest would be wonky. So, I'd love to know your opinion on this. Okay, so here is my wheelchair and backrest. Is it just me, or is the top side up here higher than the side here? I'm convinced that that's wonky. I initially wondered if I'd just set it up wrong, but then my dad had a look and measured it all out, because my dad's really good at that, and it's still not right. So yeah, today Elise has had her first set of injections today, and the rest of the day has been making phone calls, trying to firstly get some help actually getting the wheelchair and the smart drive fixed, sorted, whatever. I need a wheelchair and I need a smart drive that both work and aren't going to break each other. And also trying to get some support in actually getting to that stage, because I'm sick and tired of dealing with wheelchair services. It's taken me 2 years for them to sort my foot plate out so that I'm not on tiptoes. It took 9 months from me falling backwards into the road and hitting my head on the pavement with a 7-week-old wrapped to my front for them to put a second anti-tip on. It's so frustrating. I'm halfway through this chair's life. You can be reassessed every 5 years unless things change dramatically. And I was thinking, you know what, I've just got to put up with it for another 2.5 years and then I can get a new chair. But if it's breaking my smart drive, and it may not be, I'm trying not to jump to conclusions, but I don't see what else it could be. The frame being warped or twisted makes sense. But whatever's happening, something is damaging my smart drive and the demo smart drive. So something isn't right, something needs to be fixed. Sorry about that rant. It's just one of those extra annoyances and frustrations. I have to say, I was so relieved when the permobil guy that I went to see at Nadex said, oh yeah, the frame's twisted. Yes, you were right in that assessment. Yes, I completely agree with what you're thinking. That was a huge relief, because I haven't had that yet. Everyone's been, oh no, it can't be that, it must be this. And then they've done this thing that they thought it was, and it hasn't solved the problem. It's adding to everything. I already have issues with trusting medical professionals, and it's just adding to it. It's just more that I've got to deal with, and the prospect of potentially ending up not being able to get out of the house when so many people did so much to contribute and to help us raise and support the Smart Drive fundraiser. It makes me feel quite sick that we might have a period where we can't go out if things aren't working. I'm already having to be careful where I go, because last time we went to Birmingham, we got stuck in Birmingham because the Smart Drive just stopped working. It stopped in the middle of the road. It stopped when we were in London for one of my hospital appointments. It's even stopped around town. We will get there. I could just do with some help in getting there, because I've had enough at this point. So, probably no more from me today. Back to phone calls. Happy Mothering Sunday. It is my first Mothering Sunday, which is very exciting. Last year it fell just a few days before Elise was born. So this is my first Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And we are thinking of anyone who finds today particularly difficult. We're in the car, you can probably see that. I managed to get Dan a cancellation appointment with the dermatologist. He's having real problems with his skin. So it's on a Sunday. But it was better. Someone's playing raspberries. And say hi. Hi everybody. And say hiya. Hiya. As soon as I turned the camera off, she said hi. There you go. Hiya. Did you do a good waving? No, mummy, not today. I am not a performing monkey. Oh, she started to... Every time when someone goes away, she starts waving. So we are in the car. Dan is going for his appointment. I'm going to put some makeup on. And then I've got some bits to do if I have time. Hiya! And then we are going over to Dan's parents for lunch, which is our usual Sunday routine. But it's an extra special one because it's Mother's Day and Dan's mum's birthday was earlier this week. Where's Daddy? The door. Door, that's it, the door. That's really clever. We're in Debenham's Cafe this morning because it is our second sling meet, which is really exciting. A side note, on the way here, there was a car parked across the drop curb, and my friends created some cards that you can put on windscreens when people are parking across drop curbs that explains that it's dangerous for a disabled person, and I didn't have the confidence to put one on there, and I really need to, so that's something I'm working on. And Madam is not interested in her elephant. All she wants are Mummy's keys. Keys! The sling week went really well. We had one person turn up, and we met another lady who's expecting and who is interested in trying woven wraps. So given that I only publicised it I only set the date on Wednesday and then publicised it, I think that's a good turnout. Unfortunately, we have more wheelchair issues. So my break was looked at by wheelchair service on Friday. I have come home, put the brake on, and it just fell apart. So we now have 3 parts and no working brake. And now that's fallen off. So yeah, that is no good, and I'm really annoyed that once again I was not listened to. The issue with my caster wheel twisting still hasn't been fixed 2.5 years later. And at the moment I think the only sensible thing... Hello, Squishy. Hiya. I'm going to move these bits off the floor. Are you going to fix Mummy's wheelchair for her? Are you going to show everyone how you fix my chair? She likes to stick keys into the wheels and pretend like she's fixing my chair. So you've watched Mummy do it, haven't you? But yeah, I'm at this point convinced that there is a twist in the frame. So my plan for this afternoon is to write a complaint letter to wheelchair service, because it's been 2.5 years and my chair is still not fixed. They've taken it away twice for a month each time and it still hasn't been fixed. And now things are falling off a bit, when a few days ago they should have been fixed, and that's not good enough. It has been a rather stressful morning. The wheelchair repairer turned up to fit my new brake, and I can't use it. I'm going to show you. Okay, so this is my brake. It's one of the lever style, so I just push it down from there and on it goes. Apparently that is not the standard for an active user wheelchair on the NHS, a K-series Cushel. Apparently this is what they keep in stock, so I have to reach under to be able to put that on. And I would just point out it's not even straight. So while this brake works when I'm at home, it means Elise can't stand against the wheel and turn round, because I'm concerned she's going to slip while doing that. I can't use it when I'm out and about because I struggle on my own to reach under here and flip that on. With a baby attached to my front, it's just impossible. So I've been chasing wheelchair services. I have spoken to the technician this morning, and she has said that while she knows that there is something still wrong with my chair, because it's been sent off twice to the manufacturers and they've come back with nothing wrong, she doesn't know what to do about it. I've spoken to pals again because of the brake, and actually now the repairer has found one of the right style of brakes, so he's going to come back tomorrow. So at least it's only one day with only one useful brake. But it just seems like it's never ending, and it's so frustrating. And I would just like to be able to get on with the stuff I want and need to do, rather than having to chase medical professionals for most of the time, because it is exhausting. We have had an exciting parcel come through the post though. We have got, it's all twisted around my leg, the new Tentacular Spectacular Ciano, and I can't remember what the, warp or weft, what the lighter bit is called. I'll find out, I'll annotate. So this has come as a tester for us to try, which is exciting. The repairer has just popped in with a working brake that I can use, which is absolutely fantastic and such a relief. So here is my working brake. I suspect that I'm going to have to tweak the positioning very slightly, but it's on and we can now go out. I have been feeling so stressed out this morning and so irritable and frustrated and very just wound up. So now that I've got a working brake, we can go out and get some fresh air, and hopefully that will kind of calm me down a bit, because at least the most basic thing has now been done on my chair. We've come out to get some fresh air and we have come across, yeah, Lizzie's grumpy and so am I. This is the third wheelie bin I've come across that is blocking the path. I've already tried to go down that road and it hasn't worked, so I've come down this one. A very nice gentleman moved two of the wheelie bins in the way, and now I've come across this one and can't get through. So I'm going to have to find another route into town. The really nice man has unfortunately blocked us in between the two sets of wheelie bins. It's 9:30. Elise has already had her skin prick test, which was actually really positive. I was really stressed out about it because I was concerned that if she didn't show a reaction, I'd be told that she wasn't really allergic, she wasn't having a reaction, and then we needed to give it to her. But actually, they tested for 5 things: milk, peanuts, oranges, bananas, and egg. 4 of those things she has had a reaction to, and she didn't react to any of them. But the way the nurse explained it was that just means she isn't going to go into an anaphylactic shock with them, which is fantastic news. There was no, oh well, she's not actually allergic to it, you need to give them to her, blah blah blah, you're an anxious parent, which I've had and seen in writing. So that's really positive. So it's time for us to get the bus home, and for the first time with my bus pass. I wasn't aware I was eligible for a bus pass until speaking to someone at a disability event. So, if you aren't medically allowed to drive, if you're registered blind or have a visual impairment, or something else, oh, if you're on the higher level of mobility for PIP and a few other things, you are eligible for a free bus pass. I'll leave some links down below in case there are people watching who think they might be eligible, or we want to check to see if they're eligible, because I didn't know I was until another disabled person mentioned it to me. And now we can get the bus for free without having to pay £2.20 just to get from the train station to the hospital, and having to have the correct change. So, first time using my bus pass, I'm quite excited. We are home and we've had an interesting journey, and I shall show you why. So this is how wheelchair service have left my brake with the wheelchair repairer. This is how we put it on. We were sat on the bus, and because the bus moved, so did my chair. So it's not really fit for purpose at the moment. I phoned pals because I've asked them to push wheelchair service to try and get the frame issues sorted. So I phoned to let them know that it's been fitted like this and really isn't safe. and I'm now going to try and see if I can fix it or set it up right so it's catching the brake properly, so the brake's catching the wheel properly, and if not I'll have to get the repairer to come out again. That's more like it. That's not moving.